Hey, thanks for tuning in for my latest YouTube video. If you want to access some free content and come to one of my up and coming property training events, then go to the description right now, click on the link and access a free ticket. Thanks for tuning in and I'll see you in my next video. Hey Sean, Liam here. Welcome to the Zoom. I'm really looking forward to our session today. Did you have a great money mastery last night?
Yeah, I loved it. The content share was great, and that's why I wanted this call.
Fantastic. So just a few tech issues. You can hear me okay? You can see me okay?
Yep.
Amazing, great. So the purpose of this consultation now, it's very relaxed, and it's really a fantastic way for me to get to know you, you to get to know me, have a discussion on how we can help you grow. And if we feel there's a good fit, then great, we can look to do something together. And if not, there's no love lost. And hey, it's just great to connect with you anyway. And I'll always share with you some golden nuggets where possible. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Great,
sense.
but the aim of the game is hopefully we can do some great business together, work together, partner together, where we can create a win-win. So what I'm gonna do in this session, Sean, is I'm just gonna ask you some questions. Of course, you'll have time to ask me questions as well, but the more I know about you, the easier it's gonna be for me to create a tailor-made plan for you of how I feel we can get you fast results. Now, I don't need to know your deepest or darkest secrets, but obviously it is important that you're honest with the questions that I ask, because it really just helps me get to know you, because every investor's different, everyone's looking for something else, and I want to make sure that I'm putting a plan together that's really going to help you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great, well look, let's get on with the session. Really excited about this. So hey, who the hell is Sean? Tell me a bit about yourself. Who are you? Are you married? Have you got kids? Let me know.
Yep, so I'm an accountant by trade. So part of a startup firm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, based in North Somerset with my partner and 2 children. And I'm really just looking to, earn extra income, see how I can get my money working for me.
Right, great. And what's your partner's name?
Katie.
Katie. Well, my wife's called Holly. I've actually got 4 children. Have you just got the one?
Yes, 1 stepson and then
right.
1
Amazing.
my actual son.
How old's your stepson?
So he's 12. He's
12?
year 8 now.
Oh.
That's flown by.
Wow.
I've been my partner for 6.5 years now.
Wow.
And yeah, he was, a little kid and basically as tall as me.
Oh, so you're like dad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And then how old's the youngest?
He's 4. He started school
He's
last
4.
month.
Wow.
Which, yeah, it's just flown by.
Any
like that.
more?
Everyone keeps asking this. It's on the cards, but me and my partner are very ambitious. She's working full time. I'm working full time trying to build up my business.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the timing's right.
Yeah, and also here's the thing, we know, right? Because I got 4 kids, you've got 2 kids, like it's expensive having kids.
Yeah.
And it's so important, I truly believe, and maybe you can relate, that you've got to want to make sure you've got a foundation in place, you don't want to run before you walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got 4, I've got Ida, she's 16, and she's into bloody boys now. I've got Charlie, 14, and he's just, don't really know what he wants to do, but he loves rugby, and what's the other? That's what happens, Sean. When you go past 2, mate, you just forget your kids' names.
Yeah.
Ivy, she's 5. She's a right little terror, and we've got Winnie, who's 15 months. It's absolutely amazing. But how did you meet your partner?
Through my cousin. So I actually from Essex, as you can tell.
Oh, right, Essex.
And I was going over to North Somerset quite regularly because I had family based there.
Yeah.
And I actually met her at my cousin's christening.
Right.
Just met, vibe was there and went from there. Yeah.
Oh, right. And does she work, Or?
Yeah, she's full-time, she's in marketing.
So you're both full-time?
Yep.
So, okay, so you're building an accountancy tax practice.
Yep.
How many hours a day, a week would you say that takes up?
Probably about 40 hours a week.
About 40 hours. And
yeah.
What's one of your goals? Is it to reduce hours there?
Yeah.
Is that are you going to look to build the practice? What's some of your
Yeah, we
goals
want to
there?
build the firm up. We're hiring a team, so there's the managing director who owns it. I'm getting equity in April.
Yeah.
We're building a power team. We're getting the right people in the right place so that it runs itself. We can then pull our foot off. oversee it more on the strategy side.
And is one of the goals is to spend more time with the missus and the kids?
Yeah.
Is that what you're hopefully looking for? Is some more freedom?
More freedom, that's exactly what we're looking for.
So as a result of not having freedom at the moment, how does that look and how does that make you feel? And does that cause any sort of friction in yourself or within the relationship? Talk to me about maybe some of the pain points or things that aren't quite working for you right now.
I think both of us working full time means that there are not enough hours in the day with the kids, especially with my son being so young. He's just started school, so by the time it gets to 6, half 6 at night, he's knackered, and I've only been with him for a few hours.
Right.
As a parent, as I'm sure you know, it's not a nice feeling.
Yeah, you feel like you're letting them down, frustration. Because it's such an important time for them. I completely get where you're coming from, because my eldest two, I'm not saying I was a bad dad, I'm a great dad, but certainly when they were growing up, I wasn't there for them like I could have been. I was interested in building business, making lots of money, and even though I did that, there was definitely that element missing. Luckily, I've now married to Holly, and she's absolutely amazing and wonderful, and I don't know about if you can relate to me, but it's about having that balance.
Yeah, exactly.
Making money, getting that money work for you, to give you the free time that you want to go and do. So, hey, let's just fast forward 1 year from now. Let's say we end up working together and I can really help you compound and get that money working for you. How does life look 1, 3, 4 years from now? Where would you like to be?
Definitely time's the main thing. It's the only thing you can't buy more of. So I want to have more time with the family, more holidays together, just creating memories and not have to be, not in the corporate life, but busting my ass day in, day out.
When you say memories, what type of, how does that look?
Could be holidays, days out, just things where take the pictures, you look back in like, that was a great day out.
Quality time, one-to-one time. Where's your favourite holiday destination?
In the UK, we like St Ives. And then my in-laws did live in Spain, so we abused that a little bit. So we're kind of sick of Spain now, we want to go somewhere else.
Spain's like my second country really, my second home. I've lived all over the world and I've had businesses all over the world and love Marbella, so I'm normally there like 3 or 4 times a year. And one of the great things when you actually become an investor and you start getting your money working for you, you can do this anywhere in the world. Laptop, phone, and that's really important, and that's what a lot of people don't get, is how to get that money working for them. So hey, that would be an amazing goal to achieve, do more traveling, create those amazing memories, because we've only got one life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's really important that you live that life to the best of your ability. And then what do you like to do in your spare time? Have you got any hobbies, sports? What do you like to do?
Yeah, I like going gym, that's part of my morning routine. MMA training, so I've been involved in martial arts since I was about 6.
Wow.
So I just enjoy it. It's good for discipline, keeps you fit and healthy. It's handy to know as well.
Hey, well let's do this, right? When we get you that first result, and you go and have a amazing relationship with us, fancy a workout together?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's
Sounds good.
Yeah? So just going to pause you. You see, I'm now already starting to close.
Yeah.
When we do this, what do you say?
Well, I've never used that.
But you can probably just see the confidence there. I'm already sort of future pacing. I'm already assuming we're going to be doing great stuff. There's no ifs, buts, whats, maybes, when we. It's like, we are going to, I'm already going to start talking that language. Yeah. Okay, so this is fantastic, and it's just for me, and hopefully you can agree. For me, it's about the relationship. We get a lot of people that want to become private funders of ours. We get a lot of money thrown at us, but for me, it's about quality rather than quantity. So I just want to make sure that we're a good fit, and I want to make sure that I can deliver on what you're looking for. So could you explain to me in your own words why investing is important for you and what you think investing is?
Yeah, so for me, I look out there and think, okay, I'm worried about what's going on in the economy.
Right.
And if I'm reliant on one source of income and something happens to me,
Yeah.
or another lockdown and stuff, it puts my family at risk, and that's something that keeps me up at night, and I really want to address it.
Yeah. So even though you love your business, your accountancy tax firm, you understand that that is probably not going to give you what you need, and there's only got to be a turning, and we've seen it, haven't we, with the pandemic?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, millions of people have suffered, you know, really badly, and one of my missions in life is to help millions of people across the globe achieve financial freedom, but doing it legally, doing it correctly, and doing it safely.
Yep.
That's really important for me. And you know, most people, they don't understand the mindset of becoming an investor. Most people just work, earn, live, survive, pay bills. And actually what's really important is to understand how money's going to flow, and to understand not only how to make money, because that's quite easy, but it's understanding how to manage that money and then multiply that money and get that money working for you. So do you feel you're at a time of your life now where the capital that you've got available, you want to get that working for you?
Yeah, definitely. And some of the stuff I've got is just not getting any returns,
Right.
not to what I need,
Right.
which concerns me.
So it'd be really good to help me. What have you got? So what other investments have you done in the past, and how have you up until now invested that money?
So mainly in like a stocks and shares ISA,
Okay.
and a cash ISA. My partner and I try and max that out.
Right.
And
And how long have you been investing in those ISAs for?
it's been a few years now, but I haven't got the time to pay attention to it all the time.
So again, it's time, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're trying to do it on your own, you know, juggling all the plates. And you have ISAs for your little ones as well. And
Yeah, we've got stuff set up for each of those, but again, it's not generating the returns. I'm struggling with time. It always comes back to time.
So just out of interest, because what I feel is really important is to look at where you are now,
Yep.
where you want to be, and then what we can do. And what a lot of people do is they have too many things in too many pots. And sometimes what's important is to consolidate and just have a few pots, but make sure those pots are showing you a higher rate of return. And what I found, Sean, and maybe you can agree, it's not necessarily what you know, it's more who you know. And that's why I believe like partnerships are really important. And you know, I've spent years and years building up an amazing wealth team, you know, the best tax advisors, wealth advisors, and you know, the type of stuff that we do, your normal retail investor just won't do. So there's lots and lots of benefits. So just pause. You don't have to be honest with your figures, but
Yeah, I was going to make stuff
Yeah,
up.
okay,
I've
cool,
already
okay.
been making stuff up.
All right, okay, cool. So just out of interest, just so I can make a few notes here, so I know where we can take you down the best path. In your stocks and shares ISAs, how much have you got tied up in those?
So between us, we have about 40k.
So 40,000 just in the ISAs?
Just in the stocks and shares.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And then what else do you invest into?
We do have some bonds, it's about 5,000.
Okay, bonds, yeah. What
There's
are
no
they showing
yield on
you?
them.
Nothing, right?
To the point that And then in terms of cash, we've got about 100k liquid.
Okay, 100k liquid. Do you own your house, rent your house?
Yeah, we own it.
You own your house, mortgage?
Yeah.
Yeah, equity sitting in that?
I haven't had it valued, but I would say yeah, because we bought it a few years ago, we've added value to it.
Right. If you could put a guess on it, what would you say equity there?
Another 40k
Right,
maybe.
okay. Fantastic. So if we look at what you've got there, you're probably, you know, 180, 200,000 pounds. So hey, congratulations to you and well done for getting yourself in that position. But
Yeah.
like you say, if it's just sitting there now not doing anything, then that's not going to take you to where you want to go. So you've got more time with your family, you can go do the holidays, you know, and really get to a position where you've got enough money coming in from investments that covers your outgoings. So if something did happen like a COVID or you got sick or whatever, at least you know you and your family are protected. Is that the type of thing you're looking to do?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly what I'm looking to achieve.
Okay, fantastic. And what are you looking for in terms of investments? Like what's your ideal return on investment yearly? What type of things do you look for, and what are you looking to do moving forward?
Well, I'm certainly looking to beat the banks and inflation. That's a big concern. As I said, I study the economy. So, you know, you've got to look for anything from 5% upwards.
Great, yeah. So 5%, and obviously, I'm sure I'm not teaching you how to suck eggs, obviously you're a tax accountant, but the power of compounding is just immense. You know, if you can, you know, make 10% a year and compound it, you double your money every 6-7 years. If you can make 20%, you double your money every 4 years. If you can hit 25%, you double your money every 3 years. So that's really important to get that money working for you.
Yeah.
Okay, great. At this point, do you have any questions for me at the moment?
Yeah, I guess what's your typical, you know, person you work with? Is it
great.
a minimum limit, an upper limit?
Yeah.
Just tell me a bit more about
Yeah,
it.
fantastic. So from what you've told me so far, So far, so good. I'm really limited on the amount of people that I can work with at any one time, and that's why we do this sort of deep dive investor consultation. Because for me, it's about the connection with the person. But I don't know about you, I feel like I've known you for bloody years.
Yeah, I feel like we should go down the pub.
Yeah, get down the pub, get down the gym. But honestly, I feel like I've known you a very, very long time. And it's great that you're part of the Assets for Life community, Assets for Life family. For me, it's about making sure there's a win-win, making sure there's long-term. Are you looking for a long-term relationship when you start getting your money worth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really important for us as well. It doesn't mean, we're going to be married or do everything together, but for me, it is about the journey together, because something I'm very good at is really helping my private funders get an amazing return on their capital. Not only will we be making a lot of money together, but hey, let's go and have some fun, right?
Yeah.
Let's go and enjoy ourselves, hang out, eat good foods, round the golf, whatever it might be. So would it be okay now if I just explain to you, having heard what you've said, how this will work and how I believe we can now start to work together? Would that be all right?
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in.
Cool. So, like I mentioned, for me, it's about quality over quantity. And I would never work with anybody that I didn't feel there was a genuine connection and you were also doing this for the right reasons. Like, I don't like working with greedy people. I want to work with people that want to also give back. And, from what you've told me, you want to give back and, create a lifestyle where you can obviously enjoy that, right? So I have something which is perfect for you, and it's what's called the Assets for Life Savings Accelerator. And it's a very simple, very easy investment product for private funders. Everything's done via a legally drawn up loan agreement from solicitors. You will lend Assets for Life X amount of pounds. We will then use that in our property transactions, building a property portfolio. I'm going to give you a fixed rate return. We'll choose the time frame, which in this case at the moment for a project we're doing is 12 months. And then at the end of the 12 months, you've got so many freaking options. You're going to get your fixed rate return. We're going to pay that money back to you. So it goes back in your bank account. I think that's really important. But at that point, you can do the following. Reinvest and do a new term. Put more in. Maybe just use your profits. Take your profits out, use that for your family holiday to Spain or wherever you want to go. Or you can just shake my hand and go on with your life. So it's very simple, very easy. And one of the great things about the Savings Accelerator is that my team becomes your team. Yeah, so we're going to hang out, we're going to keep you up to date. If you want to come and have a look at the projects, you can. So you also earn and learn. And what's really good about Assets for Life is you don't just get me, but you also get my business partner, Jay, the Essex Colombian. You get access to the whole community, and we really care for our investors. And be rest assured, Sean, I'd never do anything with your money that I wouldn't do with my own. So you're in really good, safe hands. We've actually got an amazing project on at the moment. It's a new build development over in Maidenhead. We've actually got Superdrug as our 10-year tenant. So we've got a commercial space, 6,000 square foot. We've got a new build development at the back. We've got a commercial conversion. GDV is £9.5 million. And obviously you've got access to a few funds. This particular project, we are looking to raise £100,000 from a couple of private investors. You wouldn't be able to put all 100,000 in because it's the first time with us and we want to get to know you and build that relationship, build that trust. I have got one of my other really smart private investors putting in 50,000. They're actually just liquidating their ISAs as well. Okay. So they're going to put in 50,000. So based on what you've told me today, there's an opportunity right here, right now, for you to come on board as one of my private investors, become part of this amazing team, start working together hand in hand, and there's an allocation on the table right now for £50,000. And with that, I can massively, because you're losing 3% a year, so for this you get 6% on your first transaction with us. So not only are you not losing the 3%, you're making another 6. It's like you're up 9, right?
Yeah.
Is that something you want to go for?
Yeah, take my money. Did you want me to object there?
You know what? Give me one or two
Yeah,
objections
okay.
just for the purpose of the training, and let's
Cool.
see what happens. So again, you can't have all 100. So I've took some of it away, right?
Yeah.
I've done that on purpose, yeah? So it's like someone else really smart as well is doing 50. There's an allocation of 50 here right now.
Yeah.
From what you've told me, this is absolutely perfect for you. So the next step's very simple. I'm gonna get the team to draw up the legally loan agreement, so we're all protected. That will be emailed out to you later today. All you've got to do is move a few funds around and then send the funds across. Would you like to get started? Should we just go and do it?
Yeah, I guess from my perspective, you know, being an accountant, I like to know the details. So, you know, how secure is my money in terms of what if something goes wrong on the deal?
Yeah, you know what? I'm really pleased you asked that question. So as you know, there's only two things guaranteed in life. Number one, you pay taxes, and number two is death. So I never like to work with private investors that go, well, I'm not doing this unless it's a guarantee. There are no guarantees. However, you are investing into me and my business partner, Jay. We would never do anything with your money that we wouldn't do with our own. And just so you know, Sean, we've got massive skin in the game with this development because we've got over £4.5 million worth of features. Like my house is on the line, my car, like my family's on the line. So we've done the research, we've done the due diligence, we've crunched the numbers. It's an amazing project. And that's why I feel, and just so you know, we've never been in a position where we've never paid an investor back. So of course, I want you to understand there's always an element of risk. But let me put it frankly, if anything ever happened to a project with one of our private funders, I'd always just pay out my own pocket. So put your mind at rest.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like all these things, you're not putting in 200 grand, you're starting with a relatively small investment. Dare I frame that small? Yeah. You're starting with a real small investment, to be fair, but it's a great way for us to get started. And what I know from here, Sean, is that once you do the first one, I'm very confident you're going to be with me and the team for many, many, many years to come. And who knows, doing deals together, who knows? Go for it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay,
So leave
cool.
it at that. Good stuff.
Yay!
That
So, if I had more time, all of those, I would have covered a lot more of them objections through the prof sales type of time, right? Did I follow the process? Yes or no, guys? I followed the process. I used my own story, my own experiences, built that rapport. And again, if I had longer, I would definitely have gone into more of my own hobbies and the fact I love fishing and more of my own personal pain points and losing money. But I just wanted to do something today so you can start to follow this process when you're out. Yes, Neil?
Yeah, obviously I was doing my best acting skills as well.
Now I've done the whole process before, start to finish, in 14 minutes. So my fact find was about 3 or 4 minutes in. You've got to judge it, but I don't know, yeah? But it's the way you frame it. So normally by the time I get to this information here, I've had great rapport, there's that real bond there, there's the connection there, they've already started to know me, like me and trust me. And then I always frame it where it's gonna help them. So Nick, in order for me to help me to help you, what's really important is I get to know you as best as I possibly can. And everything I do here at Assets for Life is a tailor-made for you. So what's really important is just to see where you're at the moment financially, where you'd like to go, and then see how we can fill the gap. So just out of interest, Nick, just remind me again, you're a doctor, right? Great. And I normally start with easy questions like, what do you do for a living? Okay, great. What's your salary? Most people don't mind to take, what do you take home? Just be blunt with it. All right, I take home £3 grand a month. Okay, and then I just lead on from there. I always get the fact. Always get the fact fine. But I do it at the right time when I just know, boom, yeah. And there's been occasions when I've not done all of this with the person. Sometimes they might need a second meeting or a third meeting. But the bottom line is, if they've seen me at a networking event, they've had that pre-qualification phone call, or they've been on a Zoom, or they've met me at an event and we've said, right, you've got money, I can help you. What more is there to talk about? Like, why fucking waste time? Like, and that's why it's framing it. We're here today to see if we can work together, and hopefully at the end of this meeting, this meet up, you could become an investor. Is that okay? No. I tend to just do things in one. Back in the day, longer, and there are a few people now that. Cool. Hey, I really hope you've enjoyed this latest video of mine. Please make sure you hit the like, the subscribe button, leave me a comment below, and continue to watch my stuff, and I'll see you in my next video.